In a quaint town, there lived a girl named Debbie. She was introverted and quiet, always hiding in the corners of crowds, afraid of human interaction. Even at school, she chose to sit in the back row, as she easily felt overwhelmed in the presence of others. But no one knew how much she longed for friendship with someone to share her interests and passions with. Debbie tried her best to change, but unfortunately, the process was not smooth. Her introversion made it difficult for her to form genuine connections with others. Every time she attempted to engage in conversation, she would become nervous and stutter, unable to express her thoughts and feelings coherently. Her classmates would grow impatient and turn away, leaving Debbie feeling lonely and abandoned. It was a regular day in the classroom when the teacher posed a question. Debbie summoned her courage and attempted to answer. However, her voice trembled to the point where the words could not escape her lips. Her entire body shook, and her eyes darted nervously. The class fell silent, all eyes fixated on her, which only intensified her fear. One of the kids even laughed loudly at her way of speaking, causing her embarrassment and humiliation. All of these experiences gradually eroded Debbie's confidence. She began to fear speaking to people, afraid of being judged and rejected. Debbie felt like an outsider in this world, a peculiar being. She started avoiding eye contact, fearing mockery and exclusion, and became reluctant to step out of her house. Her heart was consumed by anxiety and fear. One day, Debbie's father invited a friend named Chris over to their home. Chris was a special boy, small in stature but possessing a voice that could move mountains. Due to his unique appearance and extraordinary singing talent, people would often cast strange glances at him. However, he always maintained his confidence and smiled through it all. Chris treated Debbie differently from others. He never mocked or excluded her, nor did he force her to fit in. Instead, he silently stood by her side, offering his companionship. Sometimes, Chris would share his favorite music with Debbie, using his songs to express his innermost thoughts. Debbie would silently be his audience, listening intently. Other times, Chris would share his own stories, but he never pressured Debbie to share her own thoughts and feelings. He simply offered support and understanding in silence. Chris's patience and gentle presence began to influence Debbie. She started to realize that she was not alone. Debbie gradually learned to believe in her own worth and understand that her introversion was not a flaw but a unique personality trait. She learned to embrace her individuality and slowly gained confidence. Debbie ventured outside to bask in the warmth of the sun and the beauty of the grass. She made attempts to engage in conversations and interact with people, although she still felt nervous at times and encountered impatient individuals. Nevertheless, she learned to integrate herself into social groups at her own pace and no longer let anxiety control her. As time passed, Debbie's social anxiety diminished, and her self-confidence grew stronger. Her growth and change garnered recognition and admiration from those around her. She was no longer seen by her classmates as strange or unintelligent. Debbie even found it in her heart to forgive those who had once mocked her, and she formed deeper connections with her peers. Together with Chris, Debbie joined the school's music community, a group of passionate individuals who shared a love for music. The environment provided her comfort and solace, allowing her to share music and exchange thoughts with like-minded individuals. Through the community, Debbie made numerous new friends who supported each other, grew together, and worked hard to overcome obstacles, all while striving to become the best versions of themselves.